Hello, everyone. I'm Becky Goldsmith with Piece of Cake. I'm just checking to make sure my microphone's on, and I believe it is. As I said, I'm Becky Goldsmith with Piece of Cake, and I am happy you've joined me today. Behind me is Birds in Toyland. Birds in Toyland was behind me last week. It's behind me this week because the next class on this quilt, the last one with live interactions, group number 5, begins November 4th, which is coming up. And I hope you join me because it's fun. The live interactions are really good. Okay, so that's that. Today I'm talking to you about breathing. And the reason I'm talking to you about this is because I am 4 weeks into a yoga class. It's one of my ongoing continuing education courses. This one is on pranayama, and pranayama is breath. It's how breath sustains the body. It's how we use breath. It's the life force that we breathe in. I mean, I could go on and on, except that I really can't. I can go on and on a certain amount. But I can go on and on enough. What I have learned, I've been a certified yoga instructor now for more than a year. And pranayama was there, but it was never a large part of my practice or what I taught. And it's getting bigger now because of this course, because I'm learning more, and I'm learning just how important it is to even just to take a little bit of time every day to breathe with intention to lower your stress, because life's a little stressful these days. And shoot, life was stressful before these days. It comes and it goes. So I made a video to show you a very simple and safe breath exercise. And the reason I did a video is so that you could see more of my body than you can right here. So let's move right on into that. Find a comfortable seat. If you need to be farther back on your chair to support your back, you can do that, but try not to lean back too far. I like to sit forward on my chair away from the back, just a little bit. You want to be firmly planted on your sits bones. Now, you could have a little more padding underneath there if you needed it. I mean on the chair, but not too squishy of a surface. You want your feet on the floor and not with your knees way down, not with your knees way up. A nice, comfortable alignment from your hip to your knees to the floor. Sit with your spine tall, in alignment from the base of your spine up through the crown of your head. And we all have a tendency to have spent our life looking forward. So if you can, imagine there's a slide right here, and just gently, very gently, move your head up and back just a little bit. Don't overdo it. Never hurt yourself. If you feel pain, don't do that. Rest your hands on your knees or your thighs, wherever is comfortable. You can soften your gaze or close your eyes. I almost always close my eyes. The first thing you want to do is find your breath. It's not like you've lost it. It's still there, but you want to check in with your breath. Breathe quietly through both nostrils and out both nostrils. If you have allergies or sinus problems and you need to breathe through your mouth, then gently purse your lips. So not a big wide open mouth, but gently pursed. Try to keep your breathing quiet. And don't pause at either the top of the inhale or the bottom of the exhale. Move smoothly from one breath to the next. As you concentrate on your breathing, you'll also notice your balance. because you are certainly balanced on your sits bones. And it's a lovely place to be when you're in balance. Notice the way the air fills your ribs. And the way your ribs come back together as you exhale. Place your dominant hand, right or left, on your belly. Lightly, not hard. And on your next inhale, breathe into your ribs, into your heart, and then consciously let go of the muscles in your abdomen and lower your diaphragm, filling your belly with air, pushing it out, feeling your ribs expand. And on your exhale, gently pull your belly in. Bring your diaphragm up to help expel the air from your heart area, from your ribs. When all the air is out, then start your next inhale. You don't want to feel any discomfort here. So once you've expelled your breath, be ready to take in the next breath. Filling your heart, lowering your diaphragm, expanding your belly, letting the abdominal muscles relax. Once full, begin to retract your abdominal muscles, re-engage them. Pull your belly button toward your backbone. Raise your diaphragm up closer into your rib cage and send the air out of your heart area. Inhale once more, filling your heart, lowering your diaphragm, expanding your belly, and then exhale, gently pulling your belly in, belly button towards your backbone. Pull the diaphragm up, send the air out of your lungs. Place your holding hand back on your leg, and let's give this 2 more breaths, just in repose. Pause. Notice how your body feels. Breathing comfortably, normally. This may be all you need to do, but if you would like to stretch it out a little bit, there's more. Pick your shoulders up, give them a little shoulder roll, and then roll your shoulders the other way. If it feels good on your neck, you can inhale your head up and exhale gently, tilting your ear to one side. And then inhale up. Exhale, tilting your ear to the other side. Inhale up. And again, if it feels good, exhale, bringing your chin towards your chest. Inhale your head up. Keep your nose level. Exhale, turn your nose to one side, not too far. Inhale forward. Exhale, turn your nose to the other side. Inhale forward. And depending on your physical ability, if this works, you can place one hand on the chair beside you or a little bit behind. Get a good grip on the seat. Inhale the other arm up and exhale gently to one side. Inhale into that open side. Exhale. Inhale that arm down. Grasp the chair. Inhale the other arm up. Exhale to the other side, just for a really subtle upper body stretch. Inhale, filling that side with air. Exhale. Inhale up and down. Don't you feel better? I feel better. I hope you feel better. Okay, so I do feel better. Here, I'm going to pull this down so you can see my face. Yeah, I feel better. Lots better. Hold on. You can't see my face. All right, the reason I have this here, this is a picture of Lorna that almost made the cover of the hand sewing book. And the reason I have this on here is because the feeling I get from breathing and relaxing and that stress relief is exactly the same feeling I get when I'm hand sewing, which is why hand sewing has always been such a big part of my life. Without hand sewing, gosh, it would have been tough through some of the more stressful child rearing years. So the reason I shared this, again, is to give you another tool in your tool belt for those days where you can feel yourself kind of going a little bit stress crazy. If you find yourself breathing high, all your breathing is right up here, that's kind of a stressful breath. So being able to bring your breath down farther into your body is good. How long do you need to breathe? Not very long, honestly. I walked you through and we took several breaths, but I sometimes think of this as like having a cookie break. And you know how when you eat cookies, 1 is not enough, 2 is not enough, 3 is just right. So if you find yourself needing just the tiniest little break, tiny little break, you don't want to spend a half an hour on this. You just need to chill, tiny. Take a cookie breath break. Get yourself set, crown of your head high, feet on the floor. Take a few breaths just to center yourself, and then move into that deep breathing where you breathe all the way down into your belly. And I didn't say before, and I'm assuming some of you know, but some of you may not know where your diaphragm is. If you picture the middle of your body, and let's say there's your rib cage, your diaphragm is in here somewhere. And it's a muscular structure that keeps your insides that are below your ribs down here and your lungs up here. And it's kind of like a parachute. And that is an extraordinarily simplified view, but it's a muscle that can pull up and go down. And so when you engage your diaphragm in your breathing, it helps you regulate through that whole breath. And learning how, for me, learning to relax my abdominal muscles, that's a big deal because I am so used to having my abdominal muscles gripped really tight. And that's good because, you want your abs to be strong because they help support your lower back. But you can't always keep your muscles tight. They need to also relax. So learning how to regulate and control those muscles can also help lower your stress, and it makes you feel better. So that's it. And this is a short time out on purpose. Because this is what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to share with you a technique to make you happy, and I hope to bring some peace and joy into your life to go with the peace and joy that you have that comes from your hand sewing. So this week, let's see, that's pretty much what I've got this week. I'm not going to sew for you this week, but I do have a sewing project next week. It's a piecing project. I think you're going to like it. It's fun. I'm in the middle of piecing right now over there in the other part of the room. So next week there's a piecing class, and I'm not entirely sure what will follow that. If you have any suggestions, feel free to email them to me at becky.pieceofcake@gmail.com. And I will happily see you next Wednesday at 2 o'clock for a little bit longer than today. So take a deep breath. Enjoy your day. And I look forward to seeing you again. Until then, may you have many happy stitches. Thanks for watching.